Welcome back. You're watching Market IQ on NDTV Profit. As a part of NDTV's special election carnival, my colleague Maria Shakil spoke to Jayen Mehta, the MD of Amul, on the upcoming elections, the legacy left behind by Varghese Kurian, and more. Listen in to a slice of that conversation.
Where India is going to head for the next 5, 10, 20, 25 years. And this is where each one of us takes a call on what we are going to do to make India bigger and better. So the first message is to each one of us, we should all vote with the families to see that we are a part of the great democratic process that India has.
And Mr. Mehta, we are standing at Dr. V. Kurian Memorial, and also this is the Dairy Museum.
Yes.
So the legacy, is there a burden of legacy, or would you say that it gives you inspiration to ensure that this is a brand which remains the trusted and also the strongest food brand of India?
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, it's actually not the burden, it's the power of the legacy and the strength of the cooperative movement that Amul has become what it is today. You can imagine we started 77 years back, this very place. And from just 2 village cooperative societies and 250 liters of milk, today, Amul is in 18,600 villages of Gujarat. 36 lakh farmer families are members of this cooperative movement. We're getting 310 lakh liters of milk every day, which is
310
lakh liters of milk every day. And there are 100 dairy plants like Amul across the country which is processing this milk, and the brand turnover is 80,000 crore rupees. So a $10 billion brand which has been created on the sheer power of the 36 lakh farmers coming to form a cooperative. So this is what is the India story. This is what is the story of women empowerment. This is the story of development. And the word you rightly mentioned, that the Amul's currency is not milk, it is trust.
Yes.
And this trust of 1 billion consumers, trust of millions of farmers, that's what keeps us going day in and day out.
And with every passing year, that trust is only strengthening. That trust is not going anywhere. Right now in India, we also have the cooperative minister.
Yes.
You know, Mr. Amit Shah is also the cooperative minister. What is the role of cooperatives in the India story in general?
So I think this is the great time for cooperatives because you got strong tailwinds for the sector. The power of this Amul model has been realized, and everyone in the government, and the Ministry of Cooperation is the pivot and the fulcrum on which the new initiatives which support cooperatives across the country are happening. Amul, of course, is a player in all of these activities. I'll talk about the 3 new multi-state cooperatives which have been recently formed. The National Cooperative Exports Limited, National Cooperative Organics Limited, and the Bharatiya Beej Sahkari Limited. So what you are trying to say is Amul is successful today because we got access to the market of Bombay, and the farmers went on a strike in 1946. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel inspired them, and this led to Amul what it is today. So imagine now, through the efforts of this new Ministry of Cooperation, you are now giving an access to the market of all the products produced by every single cooperative in India through the multi-state cooperative on exports, which Amul is one of the promoters, the chief promoter in fact. So we are incubating a startup which did a turnover of 1,400 crores last year, order book of 15,000 crores. $2 billion, yes, and nobody knows about it. But this is what is the thought process of giving market access to the produce of the farmers globally. Similarly, farmers wanting to get into organics, consumer wanting to get into organic food without chemical fertilizer and pesticides, and this new multi-state doing this job, Amul also on its own doing this job. So many initiatives happening in place. India, like Amul, I talked about 18,600 villages. India has got 7 lakh villages. There are Amul type cooperative in 2 lakh villages. So the ministry has given us a task that of the balance 5 lakh villages, you open dairy cooperatives in 2 lakh villages in the next 5 to 10 years. So what happened in 50 years will now going to happen in next 5 years. So more milk will come in the cooperative sector, more women will get benefit of this particular initiative. And India, which is currently contributing to 24% of the total milk in the world, in next 10 years will contribute to 1/3 of the total milk in the world.
And now on to NDTV's special election coverage.